Hello, fam. So I missed you that much that I just couldn't stay away. So I'm actually going live and I'm holding my phone camera with my phone like on my hand. And I just thought, let me go live and let me quickly check how my real fam is doing. Um, Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we usually have what the week inspiration, which today it didn't happen. But nevertheless, I just thought, let me just check up on you guys and check how you're doing. And of course, we're gonna have a little bit of a real talk. So this is more of a pillow talk and yeah, real conversation, real talk happening at the same time. And yeah, and of course, I have my this time I'm not having coffee, else I will not sleep. I'm having rooibos with a little bit of honey. I'm already 5 to getting ready to sleep because wow, I've had another hectic day. But nevertheless, I just thought we should just have a little bit of a real talk. You know, being real is something that is very important. And the other day, I was having a conversation with, actually, no, I was watching, I think it was a live, Instagram live, and there was a conversation around what do people like to see? Do people like seeing the real you, or they like this fake lifestyle? They like um just you being giving giving out something that is not there, or living a life that is not yours, or that is not it. Like, yeah, basically that. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, so I just thought, let's get a little bit real for a minute. I'm like, why is it difficult or why do people feel like they need to be unreal in order to be recognized, or being given attention, or being like for them to be associated with other people, or to probably get to a certain level that they wish to get into? Why is it that they feel like they will need to be something that they are not before? Like, why is that? Why is that? Why is it difficult for individuals to just be real and just live a real life without honestly what trying to be something that you're not? Um, and now when we talk about being real, I think when we think of a concept of being real, it's it's you getting to a level in your life where you I don't know how to express it, but when you are true to yourself, and the realness in you comes from within. The life that you live, how you speak, how you do things, how you make decisions, it's based on your truth, your reality, and you are not doing anything to please others, or to somehow make others feel more important than yourself. And I think I want to tap back to, you know, I'm here for the pillow talk. Hey, honey. I love pillow talk. You know what? You know what? I also love pillow talks. And I'm like, you know what? Right now, this camera right now, I'm holding it with my phone, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen? So yeah, let's have this pillow talk a little bit, my darling. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have, like, it's late. And coffee won't work at this time of the night. So I'm having my rooibos. So yeah. Pillow talk. uh yes, yes, Lagrita. Pillow talk. Yes, pillow talk. We're having a pillow talk right now. I want us to, you can see. You can see right now my, yeah, my pillows, my, here's my pillow. Let's have this pillow talk. Let's have this pillow talk. Uh, I'm still drinking my coffee. It's 4:36. Ugh, lucky you. I can't. If I had to have coffee right now, I promise you I will not sleep. I will not sleep. So to just to be safe, I'll stick to my what, my Rooibos bush tea. So yeah, Rooibos is relaxing. But you know what's more relaxing, Sibu? Um, what's, yeah, true that. But what's more relaxing is chamomile tea. So normally, what I would do, I would actually mix them together, like have rooibos and chamomile tea at the same time, or sometimes just have one of either one of that. But right now, I only have rooibos, so that's why I'm not having chamomile tea. So yeah, but it's true, it is relaxing. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. So like, yeah, let's have this pillow talk. Let's have a real talk. Earlier, well, as of before, like you guys joined in, I was saying that this other day, I think it was a Instagram live. So the conversation that was there was, why is it that people entertain lives that are not real? Like, okay, let's make an example with Instagram. Like, there are people that will post stuff on Instagram just for the sake of posting and showcasing a lifestyle that is not theirs. But now that is what most people want to see, and that's what people consume. And now the question that I have is, like, what are we saying about being real? If we entertain more content that is not authentic, and if you entertain more content that is not so real, or that really shows you a picture that life is this, what, perfect life and all of that, what are we saying? Are we consuming that because we aspire to be at that level, or do we just consume that because it's the nice soft life that we want, or do we consume that because it's actually the good side of life that we need to inspire ourselves with, or we are just entertained by what we can't have, or what we feel like we, sabawel, this term sabawel, as in like, you know um wishing to have something that you don't have, type of thing. I think that's what it means, or something like that. My lips are dry. I need to do something about that. So what is the, like, why is that, guys? Why is that? Just out of curiosity. Okay, I can't see my lip balm, so you guys will have to deal with my rusty lips. So yeah, like, why is that? Why is that? What happened to just being real? What happened to just being true to ourselves? What happened to just living life the best way possible without trying to prove a point or trying to fit in? You know, one thing that I had experienced, especially when I was like still growing up. Let me not say still growing up. The fact that I was in tertiary at the time, I believe that already I was somehow, my eyes were now open to seeing life, as to what's happening, how things are happening, and all of that. So now the question that I have in mind is, like, when we experience things like wanting to please other people, wanting to to fit in. Like, what causes that? Why is it? Is it because we have low self-esteem? Is it because we are still trying to discover who we are, what we want, and who we need to associate ourselves with? Are we trying to somehow leave other people's lives so that we can find our lives in that space? Like, why is that? I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. Um, Comment there if you guys like just have an opinion on that, because I just I feel like um there's just so much of, guys, by the way, I actually put two tea bags in here. I don't know if you guys can see. I put two tea bags, so I'm struggling to even drink properly. So what causes that? Like, I'm very concerned with that. But anyway, the thing, okay, something about me, or the whole purpose of this channel, is not to really point out what people are doing and what they're not supposed to be doing, whatever. Is basically to point out certain concerns that I pick up, and just build a conversation around that. And through the conversation, with the aim of course, us finding some kind of a solution, or an indication as to, okay, so what's happening, what's next, and all that. We have a comment. Okay, I think, all right, let me start with this one, and then I'll follow with yours. Sibu, is the natural tendency for people to want to fit in because of human connection. We love that connection. Phew, this is quite interesting. This is quite interesting. Um, I Now I'm getting a bit confused when you say this is like a human connection and we love connecting. Connecting for me has some kind of a positive aspect. Because when you connect, like, you somehow connect with probably something that kind of resonate with you, something that is in line with what you like, type of thing, right? But now, when we try to fit in, and because yes, this is a human connection, what does it say when you and I try to fit in just because you want to connect? You try to fit in, but you are not being yourself. I don't know if I'm making sense. So you try to fit in, but you are not living your true self. You try to fit in by trying to meet other people's standards without actually just focusing on your own level of standards and sticking by those. Like, let me make a typical example. Let's assume that um Laquita, you invite me to your luxurious party, like, and all of that. And I drive a what? I probably drive a small car, or yeah, I probably drive maybe a small BMW, or whatever car that is, right? A small car. And then the next thing I know, that Laquita invited me to her luxurious party. So I'm gonna go and hire a Jaguar, or a Lamborghini, or whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna make sure that I get myself a Louis bag and Gucci shoes, or whatever the case may be, just because I'm going to that particular party and I need to fit in and look like everyone else who would be there, or somehow assume that I'll be looking like someone people that will be there. So now, why is that? Why is that? Um, why can I not drive my BM, or whatever small car that I'm driving, and just come with it, and just Obviously, when it's a party, you would probably get a new item of clothing and all that. But why can I not buy from my regular stores, um, and go and buy something that I don't? It's not my life. It's not, it's like I'm doing things that are not me. You get my point? And it's not like I was told that this is the theme. If you cannot come with a Louis bag or wearing Gucci's and whatnot, then don't be there. Don't come. You get my point? So that is where I am. And the fitting in, I get it, because when you say human connection, yes, we connect as human in just amazing ways, in different ways. It can be in a positive way. It can be in us having desire to have certain things, which is actually not a good thing. I think even the Bible says it, that we shouldn't desire what other people have and everything like that, because God has set aside what's yours basically, and all you gotta do is to admire nice things, but ask God for those. Don't just wish or say to God, God, I wish I could have that house or whatever. I don't know if I'm making sense. So that's basically where I am. Like, is it so difficult for us to be true to ourselves and to not paint a picture of perfection, paint a picture of having it all, painting a picture of being fully present, or being fully what committed to maybe this friendship that is not even serving you in any way, but just because you want to fit in, and you know that these are the best ladies, these are the best housewives or the best house in town and all that. So I want to fit in. You get my point? So that's kind of what I'm where I am. All right, let's hear see. Sometimes it's genuinely us trying to fit in, because in that moment you feel left out. Sure. And other times it's a pure lack of confidence, which is a signal that we need to work out things within ourselves. Whew. Wow, quite interesting. So now the feeling left out part, let's start with that one. So the fact that we would feel left out, does that mean we feel like we need to have someone else to fill up a certain part in our lives, that we feel like it's a little bit empty? Like, could that be the reason? And feeling left out from what? Because I think that's another question. We feel left out from what? Because it's either you, like for example, you would see certain people living a certain lifestyle, and then you'll feel like, okay, I want that kind of life. Or maybe you'll feel like I'm left out on living that kind of life. So is that the feeling of being left out and wanting to fit in? Or do you feel like you are not enough as you are to actually just be yourself and still just fit in wherever? And if you realize that, okay, I'm trying to fit in here, like I don't even want to use the word fit in, like just to be yourself to a point where you are okay with just getting to whichever space, wherever, and just getting there and not entertaining where others are with their lives or whatever. You are focused on you. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, and other times it's pure lack of confidence, which signals that we need to work the things out within ourselves. I truly agree with that. I truly agree with that, because I think where there's a lack of confidence, it's so easy for you to be just blown by the wind. If others go left and go right, you will just go with them. So I am with you there in terms of lack of confidence. But also, we can dive in deeper to say, okay, what makes a person to have the lack of confidence? So I would assume that it could be something that happened in your life, or maybe you wishing to have things in your life, but you cannot have them because either you are not at a level where you can afford them, or you don't even have that greatest job, or your business is not that great that you can get whatever that you want. But now, are we aware of something, guys, that out of everything that we are engaging on, or what we want to fit in on, are we aware that majority of it is materialistic, is materialized? Are we aware that if we can just look around and just put everything in a circle and just try to point out, okay, so I want to fit in on that, I want to fit in on that. I believe that probably the maximum, or 80%, if not 90% of the time, it would be because we want to fit in because of certain things, a certain lifestyle. Um, you know, or let me also speak for those that will say, I want to fit in because I love the way their mindset are. I love how they are grinding and just being themselves. But now we want this part where I want us to solve this part where you are actually focused on wanting to fit in just because you feel like that space will make you better, will make you level up, or you will make you feel like you are, you know, the it's thing. You get my point? So that's the part. But the question that I have is that, are you guys aware that majority of these things that we want to fit into, it's it has to do a lot with material. It has to do a lot with material. And another question that I have is that, what does material mean? Like, what's the importance of material? And yes, I love nice things, I love beautiful things, I love the soft life, and I have a definition of a soft life in a different way. For some people, when they define soft life, they define soft life as some kind of life that you will just have to always live like a perfect life of vacation. One minute you are in Greece, sipping on cocktails, having coffee in the middle of an island, wearing a white bikini and all of that. All of those things. The next thing you are where it's like it's just everything is soft all the way. Cars, money, you know, everything, right? But my definition of soft life is me being able to afford just about anything that I wish to do for myself. If right now I feel like, oof, I have a bit of tension, I feel like I need to book myself a spa, let me go to a luxurious spa and just treat myself, and I can just do it. Or maybe if I decide, you know what, I feel like I've had a quite a hectic week, so I'm gonna go away for a weekend, and without having to think twice about it, or without having to wonder, like, oh my word, so that is my definition of soft life, being able to do something for myself without even having to think twice, or not able to afford it or something like that. So basically being able to wish to do something for yourself and immediately get to do it, you know. Guys, I'm sorry if my phone is maybe irritating with the movement because I'm holding it with my hand. Okay. Um, so the last part, Sibu, your last part, I would agree to say, so we really need to work on ourselves in terms of somehow what dealing with whatever that issues that affect us in terms of not being confident. Right. I know when I when I answer a point or a comment, I go on and on and on. Let me read Lakita's comment. Sibu, I agree. Lack of confidence is what we all struggle with when faced with new experience or challenge. We think, oh, okay, let me catch up to the others. Phew. Yeah, hey, I think this is a conversation that we need to really dive in deeper. The point of lack of confidence. Um, but I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling to fully agree, or I mean to fully take in what you guys are saying. And mainly because I think right now, the fact that we are saying this lack of confidence, it means that what we should be fighting is this lack of confidence. That's what we need to be focusing on, nothing else. We firstly need to focus on this part, that is the lack of confidence. And because there's a little bit of a lack of confidence, it means that this is a problem that needs to be dealt with. This is a situation that needs to be looked into, as opposed to us saying that, you know, because we lack confidence, then we somehow struggle. Oh my hand, sorry guys. We struggle to what? We struggle to face like new experiences and everything like that. Because you know where I am right now, I feel like we need to get to a level where we are confident enough to just, even if we get to a point where we want to have a new experience, it becomes an experience of maybe something that you want, something that you feel you would want to try, something that you feel like you have a desire to do, or something that interests you, as opposed to you doing it because somehow some people are doing it and you feel like, okay, I also need to do it. I also need to be a part of this. Because I think, without trying to go back to what I was saying, I'm hoping that I didn't like maybe confuse you guys. But the main concern is this particular person who would end up associating themselves with a certain class of people, and or just fitting wanting to fit in into like a specific kind of people, or what, a certain category. Let's assume that just because there's this group of ladies who are living this rich lifestyle, or they're probably rich for that matter, and you happen to be friends with one of them, and you feel like, yo, this is the life that I want for myself as well. I want to be like that as well. So now you become, you start living a life that is not true, by trying to meet the standards that they're at, without you actually working on yourself to say, you know what, I want to get to that level where I'm also the rich wife of whatever country, or whatever town, or whatever, you know, something like that. But now, how about you do that in your space, stay in your own lane, still doing you, rocking up just as you are, appreciating the level of life that you're in at that very moment, as opposed to somehow trying to want to level up to other people's levels or expectations. You get my point? Like I'm there. I'm on that part. And having said this, I'm not saying, I'm not disputing the fact that sometimes you can be so inspired by obviously how people live their lives, and if it's something that you desire to have as well, or if you feel like this is an experience that you want to try, you would see the need to somehow just do whatever it takes to just fit into that particular category of life, you know? But still, I feel like I don't want you to lose yourself. Like my concern is having to lose yourself, having to lose um the truth in you, the real person in you, having to lose out on appreciating the process of your current state of life as you go wherever you want to go. I, guys, if I'm not making sense, please comment. Please indicate something, because it's it's a little bit, you know, tricky. I'm still feeling like it's a bit tricky. Um, so, but what I'm picking up is that there is an issue, and the issue is that there's a lack of confidence. And another issue is that we somehow have this thinking that it's just okay to just want to fit in. It's just okay. But I wonder, doesn't that do something to a person, especially if they're not living their life, their fruitful life, and they are not living their true self? Like, I feel like not being true to self, it it somehow damages. Like, imagine having to wake up every day and your life is fake. I don't know how I would live with myself. You get my point. So, and I know we're using like materials, reaches and whatnot, but this is the closest example that I could actually think of or use. Hence, I am using that. But there can be many examples that we can look into. But I'm just using those because I think they are the closest that, are somehow easy to think about. Hey Remy, thank you for the workout earlier today. I actually joined the live and did the workout, but I did not join for the like for the whole hour, because there were times where I was busy cleaning and doing this, doing that. So yeah, I was rearranging my office space, so it was just a lot. But yeah, I'm glad I caught up. So yeah. And at the time, I was also catching up on Laquita's live stream, because I watched it late. But yeah, all good. Your workouts are amazing. They're pushing us. That's 100% correct. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I see you guys are agreeing. Um, Today I saw quotes that said, "The sun and the moon, they also shine, but each at its own rightful time." Hey now! Hey! Oh wow! This deserves a sip of my rooibos tea, because I will definitely drink to that. The sun, um, and this what you're saying reminds me of Oprah Winfrey when she said, I think it's Oprah, or is a conversation that, Oprah would have conversations with just amazing, like a lot of icons. So I don't know if it was a conversation with Maya Angelou, the late Maya Angelou, or what, but what Oprah said was that um, it is possible. I think it's a code, or it's a code or something. It's possible to have it all, but just not at the same time. It is possible to have it all, but just not at the same time. So, meaning whatever that we wish to have, we can have whatever lifestyle or whatever life that we wish to actually build for ourselves, we can have it. But if we are on a journey of having this and that, we cannot have it all. God will start with something and the others will follow. So this quote really I think it reminds me of that, because when it says, when you're saying the sun and the moon, they also shine, but each at what at its own rightful time. And I think I like the part that says own rightful time. So, own rightful time, it means that you probably wanting to fit in because you want to please other people, or you wanting to fit in because this is a lifestyle that you want or that you like. You forget that as much as I am liking that, as much as I'm inspired by that, my time will probably come at a certain time, not when I want. So it's an indication that do not continue to being true to yourself and work on your craft and understand that where others are is not where you are meant to be at the time. What others have, you are not meant to have that at the time. The fact that you don't have something now, it means that the time is not, like, you are not, yeah, like it's not yet the right time for you to have whatever that you wish to have, in my opinion, right? So it means that you have to somehow wait for your turn, and your rightful time will come, right? Now, I feel like if we had to live an untruthful life, like not being true, yet we wake up every morning and pray to God. God, I pray that you bless me. I pray for this and that. I pray to have one, two, and three. I pray for all that you have said for me. I pray for whatever. And then the next thing, when we get out, we start doing things, we want to fit in. It's like we are not trusting God again. Because it's like we are doing the opposite of what we prayed for. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. I don't want to confuse you, but yeah, let me read a comment. True, material things are what keeps so many people awake at night. Yo, it's a struggle for most people to be content no matter the circumstances. Yo, this is hard. This is hard. Honestly, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because um I think like one of the reasons why a lot of people find themselves not, oopsie, sorry, why a lot of people find themselves not really achieving whatever that they want to achieve, or find themselves getting into trouble, find themselves in situations that are bad. I don't even want to talk about the scary and yeah, the scary ones that um people have been saying, like how people get money, how people accumulate money and all of that. And talking about that, the fact that there are so many women out there that would do whatever it takes just for them to have all the beautiful like lifestyle that they want. And this is a hectic one. This, I think, when I was still in tertiary, we would have random conversations as students and all that, and you would have a conversation, and there would be a girl there who would say, I'm just here to just push time. My parents send me here to come and study and all that, but I'm here to push time. I already have a townhouse that is already paid up by a sugar daddy, or yeah, or some rich guy from wherever, and all they do is they just provide for them. Like when he calls, like you'll find that that person is married, is a sugar daddy, they are married, and they bought the side chicks or this student a house, a penthouse somewhere. The girl comes to school, comes to class, but she's driving a beautiful car. And then she says it that you know what, I'm just here to pass time. I already have my townhouse. So all this man, all what this man does is when he needs me, he calls me and I come and I give him my Gucci, and after that he puts money on the table and that's it. And that's also what it's paying this and this of mine and all that. And I don't see anything wrong with that. So other women don't see anything wrong with that. They don't see anything wrong with that. It's okay. It's their life. It's I mean, they will tell you that. So you would rather wait until you get what you want by going the longer route of going to school or whatever the case may be, going to school, studying this, studying that, and waiting to graduate, when to get a job. When by the time you start getting a job, I would have probably got myself the second townhouse or something like that. So there are those people that it's okay. To them, it's normal. It's fine. They can just, you know, grab whatever opportunity that is there and just use whatever opportunity that's there. And people are different, but like I, I, I still struggle to just get like, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you live with yourself and just continue like that to say, hey, he's married, he comes to me when he wants to have me, and after that he leaves everything, money, all the nice things. I go shopping, I do whatever. But what's real about that? What's real about that? What's true about that? And will it not catch up with you at some point? Because these conversations we were having it when we were still in tertiary at the time. What I'm asking myself right now is, okay, so what's happening with those people? Like, what's happening to them? Because it's one thing to just desire what people have, and without knowing how they have those things, how they manage to get all the things that they have, and what they had to get up to actually get those things. Yet you would just have a desire of having all of those and everything without having all those details. So what do we say about that? Like, what do we say about that? So it all boils down to material stuff, to say, it's like we want to fit in on things, and sometimes the life that we want to fit in at is not even what we see, because we probably see a picture of this life, but how that life is built is not even genuinely even in the right way or something like that. There could be many reasons how that is done and everything, but that's not always the case. Of course, there are people that build their wealth and build their lives and they have it all because they've worked uh, you know their way to getting whatever that they want. And I get that, and I'm not disputing that. And but I want us to also look at it both sides, to say, what inspiration are you getting from that person, that particular person? Do you know how they got all of those things? What is the inspiration behind all of that, I think on the first part example, we meet at restaurants, you all order coffee. I intended to have tea. Ish. My God. Okay, I see where you're going. I intended to have tea. But when I see all of you ordering coffee, then I order as well to fit in, to connect. My God. You know what I'm sensing now with this part? I'm sensing depression. I'm sensing just anger. I'm sensing self what that's what low self-esteem as well. I'm sensing all of those things. Guys, please forgive my camera. the hand is getting tired on other side. So I'm trying my best. So this is a good point, and I think it probably happened to most of us. Because remember, when we have these conversations, we also have to be real about what we also possibly have experienced. I mean, I think um we I've gotten to a point where I probably maybe ordered something that I didn't want to order because yeah, but do we see that we are doing something to fit in? What if you only could afford to buy the tea only? And even if you had enough money that could still what be enough to buy coffee, what if that part of the money that you added to buy coffee instead of tea, what if that money was meant for something else and then you were not able to do that other thing because you wanted to fit in? What if that what the other money that was there that you had to use was meant to open that business for you so that you can start building your empire and start building the life that you want? What if that's the case? So I want us to look into these things and in a very pure way and in a realistic way, to say, now you're seeing this, you're seeing that, okay, you have spent this money. Because another thing, guys, having money does not mean you have money for everything. It's the same thing as Sibu, when a friend of yours, or let's say I asked you, Sibu, please lend me 200 Rand, I'll give it to you month end or whatever. And then you say to me, I don't have 200 Rand. And then tomorrow I see you posting, you are somewhere, you are traveling, or you're sipping on some cocktails, you're at a restaurant and all that. And then I go to your DM, I'm like, so you are busy enjoying your life, and yet I asked you to give me 200, but you couldn't. So now the answer to this is that the fact that I did not have money to borrow you, it doesn't mean I didn't have money for me. So the fact that I don't have money does not mean I don't have money. Um, I don't have money like at all. I have money for me, not for us. So it's the same thing as the coffee. The money that you have 20 Rand for coffee. But this 30 Rand is not for the coffee date, the coffee hangout. It's for you and something else that you want to do. So now trying to fit in, you can see that you are now pushing another agenda, and that will take a toll on you because you are now sacrificing a part that you could have also taken care of. You could have made that balance, but there's no balance now because you wanted to fit in. And at the end of the night, when you guys get to your cars and then drive and you're gone, in the car, you're busy. Damn, damn, damn. I shouldn't have bought coffee. I shouldn't have, you know? So you are beating yourself up about it because you were trying to fit in. And that fitting in moment, it happened, and not even a single person right there even knows or has an idea that you actually did something because you wanted to fit in. You get my point? So the danger of just doing something because everyone else is doing it is that you end up being a victim of, you hating yourself, you blaming yourself, you end up being depressed because that decision that you took did not was favoring at that time just to please your friends or whatever, but it was not favorable. the minute everything else was done. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. Hi there. Hello. Thank you for joining. You are making perfect sense to me, Tabby. Okay. I'm glad that I'm making sense. Remember, this is a pillow talk. We are talking here, and no one is right. There's no right or wrong answer. So I stand to be corrected. I stand to be what challenged if maybe I'm saying something and it's not making sense. So if I'm making sense, I'm actually glad. Yes, the natural movement with the crowd is not always conscious, like when you are out with friends and you choose what they choose. It sort of happens absent-mindedly, even in major decisions. Oh my word. You guys are blowing my mind. Like, you guys are blowing my mind. This is a psychological problem, guys. Like, this is a psychology. Like, I'm getting scared when I read your comments because you guys are pointing out the reality of what's happening. And the fact that you will be doing it, it's like you doing it unconsciously so and all that. But the truth is, when you are sitting in your own corner, it affects you. So the upside minded I can hear, but still it happens upside minded and all that. But after that, something clicks in you. So this is what happened. And I think I can relate this to what happened to me. Okay. Let me try to sit right. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My camera is all over the place. Don't be scared with my big face showing. Trying to put the camera right. Like we said, that don't I remind you with the time when you and Corey were recording on top of the tree and you were holding the phone and you was it a phone or camera with your hand and your hand was tired. You kept having to change the camera around. So yeah, I am you right now. I am you right now. So where was I? So the point of okay, I was about to share what happened to me, an experience that happened to me, right? So what happened to me was um so my sister was graduating, and when my sister was graduating we went to, so it was obviously her and her friends, I mean her what classmates, whatever, the ladies that she was graduating with. So they decided, okay, let's go and have some, like a celebration, a small celebration, order food and all that. So excuse me. So me and my sister, we ordered something. I think we ordered pizza and then we shared it, and then we ordered a couple of drinks and all that. But now when the bill came, so what they did is to divide the bill. So the whole bill, like some people ordered like we ordered a pizza and we shared it, right? So it means that what we spent was not that much. But when the bill came, one of I think the friends that graduate decided, okay, let's split the bill. Now the bill was split, and we ended up paying more than we actually used, or more money compared, like the food that we ate was not even close to that amount. It was possibly like half of it, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like we paid more, you know. So when you say like this thing, like have like being upside minded, so I just saw myself just taking out the money, paying for that. And as I'm paying, it comes to me to say, but okay, we're paying for this, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, it's fine. But in my mind, there's that part that says, but you are paying more than you actually consumed. Like the food that you bought was not even close to this amount, but you're paying it. So it's like subconsciously, so it just happened, and then I paid that. And only, I think, as we were on our way home, I'm like, no man, no, we were not supposed to split the bill like that. We actually paid more. And because I'm that person, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to even make a big deal out of something. But it was a big deal for me for a couple of days. I'm like, how can I be? Because I felt like that was being stupid. How can I do that? I mean, we could have ordered more stuff. It's not like we were not there for a long time to order even dessert, some you know waffles or ice cream or whatever, or have more drinks. You get my point. So it was like I beat myself about it, but I get you when you say that sometimes the mind like upside minded, and yeah, I guess I'm a victim. I guess I'm a victim in that regard. Even though the conversation is also about more and more of decision making and knowing when to buy into something and when not to buy into something. Someone is chilling. Listen, girl, you know what? I'm so chilling. What I need right now is a glass of cocktail. I'm kidding. I'm having my rooibos. Yes, this is a pillow talk, my darling. This is a pillow talk. We are pillow talking right now. As a matter of fact, this is how I should chill, guys. This is how I should chill and talk to you. I think this is the best way. Don't you think, Brenda? Don't you think? Greetings in the house. Greetings, my queen. Greetings to you. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you for joining. um, let's see. Overall, it's education too. Whatever has been learned as okay, then people go with it. Some people don't see their body as important because they haven't seen others value themselves. Oh wow. Shoo. Yo, you have brought up a very powerful point there, Lapita. And thank you so much for that point. And I totally agree with you because we are so easy to judge. We are so easy to want to what decide how other people should live their lives and to question how people are living their lives. And um I think what you're saying, it sums up that part to say, you know what, everyone is living their path. They might take the wrong route, but the fact that they've taken the wrong route, for them it's the right route and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's it's what they see right. And who are you to come from wherever to come and say it's not the right route? And also it reminds me of even the conversation that we normally have when we do our like obviously lives, to say we live in we live in a life where each and every day is an opportunity to learn and unlearn. So we are still unlearning certain things and we are still learning certain things. So what we think we know today might be different to what we know tomorrow. And also, it also brings that point to say we should somehow bring ourselves to back to center and try to understand that we cannot try to dictate how others should live. First of all, who are we to even think or judge or even decide for them, right? So I truly am with you on this point, and it's so true. And because the fact that I would not believe in dating married men or getting a sugar daddy, someone else believes in that and it's okay for them. And who am I to question them? If I don't believe in getting all the things that I want the easier way by just getting someone to do all of them for me, and someone thinks, no, I can do that. I can just what get a rich guy to even pay my what pay for the whole 3 years of my diploma or my what my qualification, my yeah, whatever qualification that I'm doing, my degree, so they can pay for all of that, and then I'm done and I have a whole house already. All of those things. So it's different belief systems and all of that. So I guess I'm not even close to what to somehow taking making decisions to say, this is how you should live life. This is the right path. What if my path is not the right one? But I guess it's all about, what do you believe in? What's your belief system? What what were the lessons or the lessons or the teachings that were instilled in you? And well, possibly like from your a young age, your parents, your family, what did they instill in you, or how you grew up? How was that, happening? So thank you so much for this point. It's really very engaging to a point where it helps a person to even know that when you speak, don't speak out of judgment, don't speak out of pointing fingers. Don't speak because you want to now start comparing, but speak, just be genuine and understand that education means that there are things that will be learned today, there are things that will be learned tomorrow, and what was learned yesterday might not be applicable tomorrow, and what you probably learned today might not still be applicable tomorrow. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And just because they don't feel the damage or see it does not mean the damage is not happening. It hits them later in life. Phew, exactly what I was saying to say, you know, when you do something because you feel like, let me do it because everyone is doing this, everyone is buying coffee, let me buy coffee. But knowing deep down that this is not great, this is not doing good to me, this will kill my budget, this will do this and that. And later on, like you're saying in life, it's like you will remember that, you know what, I didn't manage to go and register my business or do one, two, three the time that I had a chance and not all that, but I took a wrong decision or I did this and all that. And you carry that with you. That's why I was saying it's either you start, blaming yourself, hating on yourself, hating how you make decisions, or just hate, or even hating that part of your life because you will feel like I made the worst mistakes during that time. And sometimes only to find that it wasn't actually that bad. It was just you focusing only on that part, you know? I mean, I can imagine with our childhood lives and everything, we often maybe think of a situation that was bad for us and all that, and we dwell into that. And when we entertain a situation a lot, you tend to even ignore the great moments that were there, even the greatest things. But because this one part hurt you and it really messed you up, is the one that triggers your mind, that is playing in your mind. And it denies you that what opportunity to just revisit those great memories that you used to have. So yeah, yeah. Thanks for that point. Thanks for that point. Hey Nolene, hey girl. Join the session. Honestly, I feel like people don't care at all. They are forgetting that sexual activities are deeper than that. Yo, girl. Phew, yeah, hey. Yeah, no. Um, Today I was watching, I think I was listening to Meg G's podcast. the Chillers. And I think it was an episode they did with Bushi. Is it Bushi or Bushi? Bushi. This gay guy who is a bit chubby, celebrity gay guy, let me say that. So I think he was just engaging and saying, you know what, um like he was pointing out that, I don't care who does what, who sleeps with who does what, and all of that. And okay, who sleeps with who sleep like, he's like, I don't care who does what. It's like right now people make their own decisions and they do whatever. But now also it's that thing that, people just do things, and there's, I don't think they don't care. It's like maybe they are just somehow living a certain life that will later in their life be like reflect to say, you know what, are you aware the life that you were living? Were you aware of the life that you were living? Were you aware of what you thought was right? Because I mean in general, as much as the truth, someone's truth, or we cannot judge and everything. I mean, having to be involved with like a married person who he's a sugar daddy to you and does 1 2 3 and all that. It's not. Is there a place? Is there a country that legalizes um or makes it okay to say if you unless of course it's a polygamy marriage or whatever, right? Where you can have multiple partners, whatever. But is there a place, such a place or such an environment where it's okay, or it's made okay for a person to date an older guy who's married, who provides and all that, and it's okay? You're not a wife, you are just a side chick. Is it okay? Is it made okay? So I wonder, but you are so true that there are those people that don't care. I don't want us to put a point of judgment, because we don't know why people do the things that they do and all that. But the truth is, there's something bigger, especially when it comes to sexual activities. I believe that when two souls connect, it is something big, because you are connecting with another person. Your spirits are connecting. So if it's just an issue of just connecting, you ask yourself like, so how do you just tolerate that? How are you just okay with that? So hey, yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Brenda's coming with another bomb. Be careful what you wish for, and always take what people tell you and show you with a pinch of salt. Yay! 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 Hey, you throwing in a bomb there. Mm, that's a bomb right there. That's a bomb right there. Be careful what you wish for, and always take what people tell you and show you with a pinch of salt. Hmm. Wow. What do I say on this point? What do I say? What do I say? But it's so true that I guess when we live our lives, what we go through, what we end up experiencing, what we put out there, and what we allow to take in from what others are doing, it has a way of affecting us. It can be in the positive, it can be in the bad way. So yeah, as Brenda says, let's be aware of what we wish for, and yeah, and always take what people tell and show us. So yeah, no, this one, it's on another level. Ah, are we having a slumber party, sis? Slumber party? No, sis. Hey, no. We are having a pillow talk, as you can see. I'm all, it's so nice and cushy. So you see, this is a pillow talk. This is what we're having. It's no party. We not partying. We having real talk. That's what we're doing. We having real talk, sis. We having real talk. Hey everyone. Okay. Remy says, never do something to please others. It is okay to say no and do you do do what you think is right. I love that. Never do something because you want to please others. I totally agree with that, Remy. I agree with that. I'm for that. Doing something because you want to please others is not helping you in any way because it ends up destroying you, the main person, because you are not now being true to yourself. You are busy entertaining other people. You are trying to be something that you're not. You are trying to accommodate others, and in the process you are forgetting yourself. So I totally agree with you on that one. I totally agree with you on that one. Thank you for that point. Yeah, it's okay to say no. It's honestly okay to say no, and it's okay to really be clear, to say, this is me, this is what I'm about. I'm gonna tolerate this, I'm not gonna tolerate that. And I know that often it takes time for others to get to that level where they understand themselves, a level where they see who they are, or they see what they need to be and all of that. But the truth is, it's important for us to keep working on ourselves, to find that space in our lives where we know what we want, so that we don't get to a position where we get to be vulnerable, we get to be caught up in a situation where we take decisions that will later in our lives affect us, and affect us in a huge way, because sometimes it's something that you can't even reverse. You will need to work on when you are, older and all that, and that could be a problem, because it's like you've lived all your life carrying that thing, and it can be very daunting. So yeah, if there's a way to honestly what avoid it, let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Sibu says, greetings everyone. Yay. I love my real fam. I love my real fam because you guys show each other some love. Like when someone joins in, we give them some love. So yeah, if you are here and you just joined in and you're getting some love, listen, return the love, because the real fam, we all about showing love. Really, the root of things isn't the going with the crowd as much as understanding the root of things. Ish, we get caught up in the Western idea of rich and poor. There's enough for everyone, but is matter. Yo, ish, yo. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Mm, that's so true. This is so true. We are caught up. Hey. So we get caught up in the Western idea of rich and poor. This is an interesting point for me. And it also makes me think: are we entertaining a lot of rich, too poor? I'm rich, I'm poor. Are we entertaining that a lot? Because I don't know. I feel like, I hope I'm not getting off topic, but um I got to a point in my life where I stopped talking about my background, where, like, for example, where, like, when we, okay, I do often talk about my experience of us living in a shack to a point where I managed to build a home for my family and all that. But that, obviously, using it as just a reference of how things were and how things are now. But the part of, like, talking about the fact that I come from disadvantaged background. At home, we don't have this, or we didn't have that, and all that. I stopped talking a lot about things that will somehow make people kind of feel sorry for me because I went through something, or feel like they need to feel pity for me type of thing. So I felt like I needed to change the have I needed to have a change of mindset in terms of what do I say, what do I entertain? Because I think how the vibrations work, when you meditate, when you start somehow connecting and vibrating on different levels, you realize that if you keep entertaining negative things will just say, okay, you want me, I'm here. If you keep saying I'm poor, if you keep saying, you know what, I'm from a poor background, I don't have this, I don't have that, that part of life will say, okay, clearly you are still complaining. Let's give you more of nothing so that you can keep talking about us. So the more you speak about something, or you attract negativity, or you attract anything that is negative, it's like you end up attracting that more. So I do agree there's enough for everyone. Um, and if we can understand that there's enough for all of us, but not all at once. And God's time is not our time. He knows when He will set things for us, but we don't. So yeah, right? Mm, yeah. Raphael says everyone should have their freedom. Okay, true, true. Good point. Good point. Everyone should have their own freedom. And if their freedom is it's the right thing, good for them. If it's wrong, who are we to excuse me, I'm yawning. Who are we to even judge? Who are we to even question that part, right? So yeah, I agree. Let everyone have their own freedom. We are not their mothers or their sisters or whatever. Obviously, if my sister is doing something and I feel like, sis, what you're doing is not right, I'll probably say something to her. But if I'm gonna be saying something to someone else, who am I? But still, even if it's my sister, if she decides to do something else, or whoever, my friend or whatever, if they decide to do something else, who am I to stop them? Who am I to stop them, right? Who am I to stop them? All right. So yeah, Rafael says everyone should have their freedom. So I hope you guys agree also that everyone should have their freedom. Um, I have my headset on, looked away, and came back to real pillow talk with the pillow in the screen. You know what? I'm serious about branding. When I say pillow talk, the pillow must show. The pillow was show. Lord, yes, I was in a tree trying to keep the phone from from detrimental fall, and my arms was breaking. Listen, like right now I'm using one arm and I can feel that I need to change the arm. So now when I change, it's like the angle does not look great anymore. So yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for those comments. So that is basically that. That is wow, someone is yawning. Sorry for yawning on camera like that. So that is basically that. But I guess the whole idea of this conversation, or what I wish for us to do, is to at the end of the day, to learn that being true to ourselves, it's the most important thing. I mean, being true to self and being realistic is the most important thing, and not trying to be something that we're not, or not trying to please other people is also the best part of it, right? So that is where I am. That is where I am, and I wish we could look at it that way to say, what is our truth? What do we believe in? And in our truth, are we able to still live with other people? Are we still able to just still be part of others, but at the same time live our own truth, you know? Because, I'm that kind of person. I can fit into a conversation, I can fit into an environment, I can be a friend with someone that someone else would not even consider to be friends with, because I would be coming to them with a friendship mindset, friendship heart, friendship light to them, without somehow judging or whatever, right? And what I would be seeing, they might not be seeing. So, like, let's just understand that we we are better by knowing ourselves more and understanding ourselves more, and understanding that if we can be grounded ourselves, if we can have our own principles set for ourselves, then we can conquer anything. We can conquer the world. Because imagine the temptations. So imagine now the worst thing of because someone wants to fit in. Imagine if a group of your so-called friends, or friends, sorry, not so-called, or the people that you want to associate yourself with, what if they are doing certain things that are not right? What if after a nice dinner, you guys decide, okay, let's go to my house, let's go and have a party at my house, all of you guys as friends. And then when you get there, you start seeing people what doing drugs or doing something that is just not in the way. Are you gonna feel like you need to fit in and also take the drugs or whatever? So you get my point. Do you get how dangerous it could be at some point? Because we are focused on, okay, what good can that part do? We are focusing on, okay, no, you being somehow feeling like you are pressured to do certain things, or you want to fit in because you have to do certain things. So imagine if it's something that bad like drugs. Are you gonna feel like, okay, let me fit in because everyone is doing them? It's the same thing as that coffee and tea. It's the same thing as that coffee and tea. Continue to have a wonderful evening. See you in the next one. Thank you so much. You know what? I think we should all call it a night, because, hey, tomorrow is another day. It's almost 12. It's 6 minutes before 12 p.m. Um, where I am right now. So, yeah. Thank you so much for joining, Remy. Much appreciated. You can see I'm even yawning, so it means we should call it a night. We should call it a night. So thank you so much for that. So yeah, guys, I think we can end this here. So that's basically that. But I honestly enjoyed having this pillow talk with you guys. I honestly enjoyed it. It was super nice, even though my phone, I just had to hold it by hand like all the way. But yeah, thank you so much either way. I appreciate, and thank you for allowing me to just come as I am, to just, have this conversation with you and relaxed as I am, and still being able to engage me and have a great conversation with me. So I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are now getting aware that I love you guys and your engagement so much, that it's even hard to go a day without going live. So guys, when I go live, please make a point that you somehow join in, because I love it. I love it. And when you're not there, I'm a little sad. And my wish also, guys, is for you to recommend, maybe the best times we could go live, If it means I try to go twice in a day to accommodate different time zones, I can try do that. But if we can get a common time to really have, conversations and all that, let's do it, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Uh, we need to ask God to help us to be true to who He has made us to be. Can we pray about that tonight? Can we please pray about that? Because yeah, I think we need to do that. I think we need to do that. So yeah, let's pray about that tonight. Let that be part of our prayer tonight, to say, hey, can God just give us the light and to help us to be true to who we are? Because I would, you know what, if I can live each and every day of my life just being true to myself, which I am, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect or whatever, because every day you keep learning and discovering certain things about yourself. And guys, just a free a free advice from me that you need to note is that you will never stop learning yourself. You will never stop learning yourself. Sibu, you will never stop learning yourself or about yourself. So don't be hard on yourself. Be patient with yourself. Keep learning. Keep discovering yourself. Keep trying to figure out who you are, what you want, and all of that. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Good night, dearie. Good night, my queen. Thank you so much. So it's 1 hour 27 minutes. So I can hang out for like what, another 2 minutes, so that it can just be 1 hour 30 minutes. It's the things we do for Amma Watch time. We wait for the last 30 minutes to go, as if it will make a huge difference. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys. This conversation was great. And I think, if it's possible, we can actually have such conversations. But yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna have more of them. Right now I'm enjoying having them because my husband is working late, so he's in the office right now working. So I have our bedroom all to myself. I can just, scream all I want and talk to you all I want. So yeah, but yeah, now I need to check up on him, and yeah, also get my rest, because tomorrow is another day. So love you guys so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you for your consistent support. And yeah, may you have a good night. Or if it's midday to you right now, or what, it's probably late in the afternoon. So yeah, have a lovely evening to you, and yeah, or morning, whatever time it is, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for the love, for the love, for the love, for the love, and the support, and the everything, and the everything. So your girl is leaving now. Your girl is leaving. So yeah, thank you so much. Let me play this that short video about your story not being my story. Let me play it. So that was a little message from me. Okay, I see we have messages. Okay. Sibu says we need to get to get the monetization period. I'll keep my table open to play your videos. I can't wait for the monetized real fam video. Oh man, that's so sweet. Thank you, real fam. Thank you, OG gang. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And you know what, Sibu, I appreciate that because you always watch my videos. Like you make time, you binge, and binging, I mean you binge. You don't like you don't browse, you binge, and I appreciate that. You don't know how much that means to me. And just to give you guys an update, I think I'm now on one. Remember the last time we were on 1.4 or 1.3 something watch time. So now I'm on 1 point what? Okay, so it's on 1.6 something, but when I look at that monetization part, it hasn't updated the 2 days. So I'm possibly on 1.7 watch time. So you know what? Little milestones are better than nothing. Like, you know what? Little is better than nothing. And just one drop, imagine if just one drop of water just, gets into the bucket. The bucket will automatically fill up. So it will eventually fill up. So I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, and yeah, my wish is to get the monetization or to reach the 4,000 watch time. I mean, 2020 should be for that, honestly, because I think sometimes you focus more on getting more subscribers or whatever. I'm more focused on the watch time, if I can get that watch time, and to, of course, continue creating amazing content for you guys, because I don't want to just keep putting out content. But yeah, anyway, I trust my content, I love my content, and I make sure that I give you guys my content that will be of great importance, not just any type of content. Anyway, good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Laquita, thank you so much. Good night. Night, night, real fam. Night, night. We can talk and talk and talk. We will never stop. And this is me saying good night. Love you always. Until the next video or live. Good morning. It's already morning um, on our side. So I'm going to play the Morning Glory intro just to say good morning or good night to you. Oopsie. Happen, Sissy, for sure. It will happen, Sissy. It will happen. Listen, it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. I believe, and I'm gonna work hard to create content, and I'm gonna push as much as I can to make sure that it has so much value and it reaches even more and more of the real fam. So yeah. But of course, my regulars, I appreciate you guys. I'm nothing without you guys. I don't want to lie. I'm nothing without your guys' support. The way you guys support me, my God, the way you guys support me is on another level. You guys keep me going because I know for a fact that I have that amazing audience that will always make a way, make plans to check out my videos, even if I go live, they will eventually go and check it out. So that means so much. Anyway, we won't stop talking, ne? We won't stop talking. Okay. Love you guys. Have yourself a good day, good morning, good night. Until later today. Love you always. Take care and bye.